All right, welcome back. We are still discussing promoting quality education in Nigeria. Ugochukwu takes me to another question.
All right.
So what are the challenges confronting our educational system?
Wow. Here's the big one.
Yeah.
Because we never get tired of talking about challenges.
Yeah.
Even the person who is well-fed still has issues he needs to sort out. Nigerian education is bedeviled with a good number of challenges. I mean, we've been trying to overcome them over the years, but some of them still linger. And chief on our list, you would hear this in every layman's mouth, there is a challenge of funding.
Yeah.
We complain, and it's not just a complaint, it's clear that the funding that comes from the government, as rich and as, as in quotes, substantial as it is, it's still not enough to meet all the needs of education in the country. We still have, connected to that, infrastructural challenges, very connected to funding. We still have schools, especially public schools, with poor infrastructure, not up to standard infrastructure in terms of classrooms, the setting. I must confess, we have made some improvements, but we are not there yet. We still have the deficiency as well of having the right quality of teachers. The fact that a person can tell you, do this, do that, 2 times 2 gives you this, doesn't mean that is quality teaching. The quality of teachers, the quality teaching I'm talking about is being able to relate with the peculiarity of students, being able to understand the uniqueness of each pupil or each student, as the case may be, being patient enough to read the behavior and the personalities of these people. That's a challenge, because we don't have too many teachers that are patient and well disciplined and trained enough to understand these nuances with regards to children. Another critical challenge is poor remuneration. I mean, of course, teachers need to be well motivated.
Of course.
Another thing is payment of teachers. We need to do better with regards to that. I need us to understand that education is the heartbeat of the nation. And so teachers, you've heard of this saying that the reward of a teacher is in heaven. We need to stop saying that. Because every profession, regardless of how grandiose it may be, you were trained, instructed by a teacher. So we need to promote teachers, and it should reflect in their take home. They should be treated well, so they will be able to deliver more properly. So that's one thing we need to look into. I think another challenge we have in education in Nigeria, which is a very heavy blow, is the challenge of corruption. Now, I'm going to break corruption down, because there are many ways to look at corruption. I mean, if we start looking at corruption in detail now, it's going to take a very long time.
Honestly.
But let me just throw something out there. When people talk about exam malpractice, that is corruption. But some people don't understand what exactly translates to exam malpractice. For somebody, if I am caught carrying papers into the exam hall, if I am caught writing things on my body, that's exam malpractice. But do you know that even talking in the exam hall when you are told to be quiet is exam malpractice? Asking your friend, oh, do you know this number? Do you know that number? It's exam malpractice, and that is corruption. And let me shock you, there are schools that even encourage students to cheat during exams, because what the school owner is interested in is having his candidates in his school come out with flying colors. So you see, these are things that if we don't tackle practically, they're not new things, but we need to be deliberate about flushing them out if we want the kind of quality we're looking for in Nigeria. And we want Nigeria to be mentioned among the committee of nations that are doing well educationally. We must be deliberate about tackling some of these things.
Thank you so much. When you mention teachers, being deliberate in what they do, maybe the way they deliver their subjects to their students, they should be able to know and understand the various students in their class. For instance, a class of 25. And you just stand in front and just teach them. It's not everybody that will grab it at that first time. Some are slow learners among them. And so it takes a good quality teacher to be able to observe that this one may not understand the way the other one, and maybe have a little time with such student. So these are what makes quality education, not just to stand and teach everybody, you understand, you don't understand, that's your problem. And then when you talk about corruption, that's a long way to go. Even students themselves need also to sit up. Some students will even, make their parents who didn't even want to participate in it to go and bribe teacher. Instead of sitting down to read your books, Mom, give me some money to go and give. If I give me, you will give me some scores. No, sit down and read your books. You are contributing to this, problem we have in education. If you cannot read your books and pass and be sure and beat your hands on your chest that, yes, whatever I scored today is by myself. He went further to say that even when he asks questions, it's also part of it. Start asking questions in the exam where he's supposed to keep quiet. Then I said many people will be involved in this, because usually, we think it's only when you start copying, put your hand, write in your white handkerchief, these are all carry textbooks and all that. That's real exam malpractice. But he has gone further to say you are not also expected to ask questions during exam. So we really have to look at it holistically if we really want to pursue and promote this quality education. Parents should be involved, teachers should be involved, Definitely. Students themselves should be involved, and even government themselves also need to be involved. We'll take a break now. Vivid View, say and do it.
This is Vivid View.